Hey everybody, Wendy from One Branch Boulevard in a little town we call Wendy's living room. We're outside of the living room. I wanted to show you something today. My sister sent me a present. She sends it every so often. She lives down in Florida, down in South Florida, well, mid. Anyway, it's quite the treat for the kids, but oh my god, so much work. Want to see what it is? You're dying to see what it is, aren't you? Yeah. Palm tree branches. I take them all apart and put them up. I'll show you. Isn't that cool? Isn't that the best? Now, you're probably going to think that it's overkill what I do, but when I get them in, I'll clean my sink good and I'll fill it with vinegar and water, white vinegar, and I'll drench them really good and swish them around good and rub them and let them soak in that for just a little while. I know it's overkill, but we hear so much about bird flu that do you want to lose your flock? I don't. Do I really think that there'd be anything on them? No. But, you know. We just like to clean them really good. So I did that. I got them all swished around good. And then I rinsed them in the shower. I just like to rinse the vinegar off. But then we're gonna put them in bunches. I have them out in the sun here to dry good, and I'll put them. I'm gonna show you how I do them in bunches. It's Freddie's favorite thing. A few of the other birds haven't ever experienced this yet, but it's fun. They have so much fun with natural things. In here is where a lot of stuff can be in these little seams. I'm gonna rip these off. I don't put this there because when it dries, this gets razor sharp. We know that from experience. And I'm sure in the wild they know how to handle it, but mine aren't that wild. Like them all, but look at this nice one. But this right here, razor sharp when it dries. It's sharp now, but when it dries, whew, gotta be careful. So that's why I don't, I could just tie that up and put it, but why do I open my box outside? Have you ever lived in Florida? You never know what could have got in there. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Oh, see? Like in here. Oh, it's just but you don't know. I don't want it in my house, you know? It's some kind of weird Florida spider. We don't want it in the house. We don't want it in the house or with the birds, because they are not wild birds anymore. Yeah, they kind of are, but not equipped to handle the real jungle. They think so. They're gonna think so in a little while, huh? I don't know if you can see this with the light behind it. I just zip tied it onto here. I did the whole thing and then I put it down. They're ready to come out. But you see how they're soft right now, so I can let it flop over. They'll get hard. As they get chewing it, make sure you keep tightening the zip tie. Don't watch, everything, you have to watch everything. You gotta watch everything. Don't ever do a zip tie, make loops with it. It has to be pulled as taut as it can pull. Like, you would never want their foot in there and have their beak pulling on it, tightening it. So make sure you always be careful with zip ties. I'm going to put a couple more of these up. Let me see. Alright. So I just take the whole thing of them. I'm going to fold this one over so that I have a bunch like this. And then I'm going to zip tie it right to one of the branches. So I'm going to figure out which branch to put it on. This one. I know, I'm coming. It's almost time. They're mad at something right now. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Boy, tight as you can, and as they get chewing at it, make sure you check it out and retighten it. If you cut the end too short, you can push it with pliers. You can pull it out with pliers to make sure. Boy, are we gonna have a mess. Boy, are we gonna have a mess. Are we gonna have a mess, huh, guys? Good thing I didn't. I was just gonna do papers before I got the mail. And got my surprise package. Surprise, surprise. Oh, what a mess we're gonna have. Oh, what a mess we're gonna have. Yeah. Alright. What do you think of that, baby? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Well, this is the first time I've ever given Zoe palm branches because Zoe's a newer bird to me. Yeah, you're my new baby. You're my newest baby, huh? You're my newest baby. What do you think of that? We'll give him some.